our amusement, not so much theirs. We're going to give them, at the end, take 3 minutes, put these together in a metabolically demanding, real-time workout, and we'll show you how you can get head-to-toe, very high level of metabolic demand. So we're going to start with our sprinter start. So guys, go ahead and get into the sprinter start, or just start warming up here. So starting with a basic progression. Remember, Suzanne's going to go from very basic to the mid-level. Jenny is going to go from the level to the high. But when we start with the sprinter start, we'll always start a client, depending on where they are, with the bilateral version. Okay, then Suzanne will move to a single leg version of the sprinter start. Okay, you remember that picture of the sprinter. That's very, very well here. So now you're seeing her foot up. And then she's going to end with this variation where she's bringing her knee all the way up, back down, right? And maybe when she gets going in the real-time workout, she'll have a little something more for us. Okay, thank you. Now, so he's going to be moving just by lifting his foot up, and the next progression involves stabilization at the top of the move. And this is the one that you saw Gonçalo doing. Coming up, stabilizing, core engaged, right? Triple extension. So he's got extension at the ankle, the knee, and the hip, just like that sprinter bolting out of the starting blocks, okay? And then he's going to take it up into a little bit of plyometric, where he comes forward and hops back. Lots of different ways to program this. And then there's a chance and then two. All right, so that's the first move we're going to do. The second move. Now we're going to go, we like instability, but we tend to like instability from the top down, which is a bit different than the wobble boards, the Bosu, bottom up. They all have their place, but in terms of force generation, being grounded against the ground and having the instability be high is a different experience. So here's a classic example of integrating instability and strength. This is the TRX lunge, and you remember we mapped this. So the first progression is this. The first progression with a client, I'll stabilize her, right? So I'll let her make sure she's stable, make sure she feels good with the fundamental movement. Then, the next progression, she can go on her own. She's jumped to the gait pattern. One intermediate step might be touching the ground, stabilizing, coming back up. And the key here, make sure that the work is being done at the hip and the knee, not at the back, right? And then, well, we'll see. All right, so then we're going to come over to Jenny, who's going to start here, integrating the gait pattern. Okay, and let's see, one of these from Jenny. We want him to have full benefit. So, he's going to start there. He might actually even, how about a little bit of plyometric before we go there? Okay, so now, he's added some plyometric. Force production, landing, decelerating, stabilizing, and repeating. All right? Or we'll take external load, changing his center of balance, right? Changing his center of gravity. So now as he's performing this, he's got rotation, he's got reach. Whichever it is that you think this client needs, now we've integrated, certainly all 3 planes of motion to this. And he can, good job. And then, working with partners, we can do all kinds of things. If he goes through his movement pattern, I can throw him the ball, I can perturb him. So, all kinds of stuff we can do here. Thank you, sir. All right, we're going to go down to the ground. And these guys are going to adjust their foot cradles. The way to do it is to adjust it so they hang about at the length of your foot. This is how it scales up for 7-foot basketball players. It scales down to 4 feet, or 1.5 meter gymnasts. So starting with Suzanne, the first progression is a ground-based plank. That's what you all do with your clients on the sketch every day. Starting from the knee, then going up, and once the client can hold that for 60 seconds, then the cradle. And because really, until somebody can do that on the ground, they shouldn't be using suspension camera. They're not quite ready. They need to be able to stabilize through the core, protect the lumbar. So then she's going to come up, First progression here is just a planting. Okay, then we're going to begin integrating the movement. You remember this is from fighting, or an E-strike, right, or a high kick. She's going to move in here, and she's going to be alternating sides. Okay, and if she wants, she can come up to her hands and do some motion. Okay, thank you. So, then Eugenio, he's going to get into this a different way. You saw Suzanne just back in and put her on her feet. Maybe Eugenio's flexibility, he's got more muscle, might not be quite as good. Perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. So he's going to do the rollover. Now, he's going to start from his hands. Go ahead up to your hands first, Eugenio. So start up, yeah. So he's going to start here. He's going to be drawing his knees in. Okay? So this is a little more advanced, like the basics of Suzanne. Suzanne, you can rest if you want. All right, then we're going to take him down to his, we're going to take him down, now we're going to take this up a little. You think about the movement, right, of a plum pulling down, upper body, core, lower body integration. So we're going to add a body side. He goes back, pulls in with his upper body, drives in with the knee. Okay, and then if he really is feeling funky, he can even come up to his hands and do the same movement. There we go. And this is really challenging. Eugenio's making this look very easy. Okay, thank you. All right, so Maestro. Bring up the move. Remember, so what we're going to do is we're going to let this guy have a little workout, right? So, 3 minutes. I'm going to keep the time more or less. And we're going to start with Eugenio is going to be at the high as he feels like he wants to go. Suzanne could go high, but I'm going to keep her lower on the intensity level because I want you to see the difference between the same movement but quite different levels of difficulty. So guys, we're going to go here in about 5 seconds. Suzanne's going to start as basic and kind of pick herself up as she goes along. And we're off. So, now, we started with flat like this. We're not too aggressive. We've got a very nice movement pattern. There we go. About halfway through. Now, he's taking it up a notch. Now, we can set it off. 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, so, now we'll start on the other side. Alright, so starting with a little hop over the back. Right, a little bit of isometric, a lot of stabilization, each time you land, he's decelerating, stabilizing. Halfway there. Now, the second half, he's going to take it up. Take the tempo up, the metabolic demand, the muscular endurance really goes up. So, 4, volleyball, or any 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So now we go from this movement. You make a quick adjustment. Here what you're going to do is you're going to adjust to the handle and about at the knee level and the foot table and just below them. While we're doing adjustment to the here. That's going. Okay. There you go. And so, I'll be back on the first level. And you start coming up. So, he's doing his half. This is to the side. Halfway. Now, he's going to turn this into burpees. A little squat, full body integration. There you go. Again, getting back to the 5, 4, 3, 2, top. Go ahead. Switch over. So, get a little bit, already come down just a little, not much. We'll go to the other side, and begin. Eugenio is going to start, you can see all the stabilization that's going on here. Every time you land, you've got stabilized, this is very much like base forward, single leg land, and move forward to the other direction. Halfway. We're going in 2. There we go. The Gerard burpee. Nice work. For those who think that this is an ending, we'll do this afternoon. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 5. guys, you're moving through the fire, remember, so you've got the pressure, you've got the socket there, and all goes down to the fire. You're going to go into the slow, it's over, you're ready to go, and this is going to be a hard set, because you're going for a pitch. You know, you put 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other, you're going for a pitch. Now, what you see, you generally doing all one side. Obviously, it's being fatigued, and it's going to get harder still when you go to the second. Changing over, 5 seconds for Eugenio, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, you want to go to the different variation, the time, it up a little bit, that's what's with hand. Eugenio is just going to try to hold it together, because if he's down in the spot to top, that's a big thing. The further apart, support, and hold the front feet. Last 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Looking good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 9. Very nice. Have a little round of applause for our athletes. Okay, so we've got some listening here, a little bit of, she got some work. On the other end of the spectrum, he got lots of work, right? And he's very fit, so thank you guys. Okay, so when we go back to where we are, can we